Hey guys, Double D here. I'm never calling myself that again. With another movie review, and this time we are taking a look at the newly released Sinister 2. Going into this movie, everybody was saying how bad it was. It was a terrible horror film, waste of money, not scary, and because of that, I went in with low expectations. So, when I went to actually go see it, on $5 Tuesday, so I didn't pay full price for it, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. There are definitely worse horror movies out there right now. Well, not in theaters. I don't think there are really. Just in the past decade. So yeah, I don't think it was awful. Granted, it's still not good, but let me explain my reasoning. Okay. It looked like I was giving you guys high fives. High five me, guys. If you gave me a high five, you're weird, and I don't want to know you. That sounded mean. Anyway, why did I think this film wasn't as bad as people were saying? Okay. I think before I address the positives of this film, because there are some, I'm going to talk about a few of the negatives with it. The worst offense that this movie has going for it, I did not find it one bit scary. I didn't. It's a horror movie. It should live up to that title. It should scare me. I should feel uneasy going to bed at night over there. And I wasn't scared one bit. Having said that, I might go into a tangent about this certain subject. It had a lot of jump scares. Now, I'm not against jump scares, okay? My favorite film, or my favorite horror movie of all time, is Scream. That has jump scares in it. The sequels, which I love, except for 3. 3 is kind of weird, but the other ones, they have jump scares, and I'm okay with it. I believe there's 2 types of jump scares. There's one in which you can tell the filmmakers are having fun. They're not taking it too seriously. Like, Scream films are satire. That's what they are. Wes Craven didn't. I mean, he was trying to make a horror movie, but he wasn't trying to reinvent, the horror genre. He was just trying to create an entertaining film. And in my opinion, he succeeded because the jump scares don't bother me. Whereas in something like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a recent horror movie. I honestly cannot remember any horror movies' names right now. There's one with an exorcism, and that's being very, very broad, actually, because they're all about exorcisms now. Um, okay, fine. I'm just gonna any movie about a demon, ghost, found footage, or anything, those have a shit ton of jump scares too, like the Scream films. But unlike the Scream films, those films are taking the source material very, very seriously. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to make you piss your pants. They're trying to be the new Exorcist. And they're not. The jump scares in those films are annoying. I can't have fun with it because they're not having fun with it. They're trying to make the jump scares scary. That's what they think scare is. Whereas something like Scream or even Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah, there's jump scares in there, but one, you can pretty much see the jump scares coming from a mile away anyway, and two, there's other material in there that is scary. Whereas modern day horror films, not all of them, but a lot of them, rely on jump scares to create horror, and it's their one line of defense. Not a good idea, guys. Jump scares are not scary. They aren't. They're annoying. If you have a jump scare... Okay. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot. Ah! You probably didn't jump at that, but if you did, that was a jump scare, or my attempt to, in a vlog style with no editing or anything. Now let's try it without no sound effect, and let's see if it has the same impact. Those weren't the jump scares. I'm just being a moron. Did you flinch? No, you didn't. Not scary. Okay. So this film, all about the jump scares. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry, guys. So, jump scares were its main line of defense in this movie, and they're not scary, so therefore the movie's not scary. Okay. Another negative. Some of the acting wasn't good. And I hate talking about these certain actors, but the kids, very horrible acting. And I know they're kids, but it takes you out of it, really. It really does. And I really don't want to insult the kids that were in this movie. I feel like a douche, saying, "Oh, you can't act." Maybe they could. Maybe they were just given shit to work with because the script wasn't really that good. But yeah, they weren't really good. I'm hoping they have aspiring careers and whatnot, but yeah, that wasn't a strength of the movie. And like I just said, the script, some of the dialogue, man, was really bad. I mean, it was so bad I can't remember any lines from the film. That's how bad it is. Okay, so having said that, I guess there's one more complaint with the film. I felt I don't know if it's because I didn't see the first movie. I didn't really know what was going on. And I know what you're saying. You're saying it's a sequel, so you should see the first movie, then see this one. But a good sequel, or with a good sequel, you don't need to see the first one. You should be able to grasp it anyway. That's what I always feel, And this film, I couldn't really... Okay, so this is what I understood. A family moves into this home, and next to it there's a church. I don't know if the church was in the first Sinister, because they said it got burned down. So I'm assuming it was, but I'm not sure. So I don't know if this is the residence from the first film. I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, of course, that place is haunted. There's a demon or otherworldly apparition called Bagul. It's a weird name. I'm calling him Slender Man because he looks like Slender Man. He does. He really does. The suit and long limbs. Motherfucker Slender Man. So, you have Slender Man there. And he feeds off of the youth, the youth of innocence. Or something like that. And then you film your family getting killed or something, and it makes them happy or stronger. Something like that. Guys, I'm serious. I really tried. I paid attention during the movie. I tried grasping it. I couldn't really understand what is videotaping something corrupting the youth or something? I don't know. So that I thought that could have been done a lot better, because newcomers should be able to see the film and understand what was going on. Having said that, though, okay, so those are big flaws, and those are flaws that prevent the movie from being good, because they are big. If your movie's not scary in a horror movie, it's not going to be good. If the story is hard to follow, it's not going to be good. If some of the actors aren't good, you still could have a good movie, but it's going to, make it go down a little bit. So any one of those things would make a film bad. However, I thought there were some redeeming qualities in this film, to be honest. Okay, let me first say, I like the protagonist in this film. I can't remember his name. I know he was like a cop or something. I don't even know if they said his name. I cannot remember his name, guys. I swear. But honestly, I thought he was really good. I mean, whenever something happened, his reaction, I thought, was always funny. And he was trying to be funny. He was trying to ham it up. Like, if something happens, he just kind of stares like this, and then he says, "Well, that happened." You know, he like had a one-liner. He was almost like the comic relief, but he was also the main character. Because I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was, or at least meant to be. And I like that. It didn't make it feel as serious as a lot of other horror films are out there are. So I thought he was really likable, as opposed to, again, 90% of other horror movies where you just have kill bait. So yeah, he was really likable. I actually liked his character. However, he was stupid at times. There's one scene. Okay, so he goes over to this house, right? And this house has Slender Man, and he knows Slender Man is there with the kids and stuff. Because I'm assuming he found out in the first movie or something, because he was in the first movie, because I checked IMDb. So, so yeah, he goes over to his house because he knows Slender Man is there. And what does he do when, I mean, in his like third or fourth trip, he decides to stay with the family. And what does he decide to do that night? He gets fucking drunk. Motherfucker, if you are in a haunted house and you know without a shred of doubt that this motherfucking place is haunted, I'm sorry if you heard the tapping, I'm tapping my computer. If you know this place is haunted, why are you being dumb and getting drunk? You gotta have your wits about you. For all you know, as soon as you're wasted, motherfucker Slender Man's gonna fucking come out, and then you're not prepared to deal with him. I don't even know how you would deal with him to begin with, but you're better off surviving if you're running in the woods and you're sober rather than drunk and going like, ugh. Ah, Slender Man's gonna kill me. Ugh. That's not how I act when I'm drunk, by the way. I don't get drunk. Kids, let this be a lesson of, one, how to formulate a sentence, and two, don't get drunk. I'm a good role model. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was stupid. And here's another good lesson for you young folks. If you're ever in a horror movie situation, and you know you are, don't fucking drink. You know? I mean, there's a time and place, guys. If motherfucker Ghostface is trying to kill you, or in your town, or if you're in Camp Crystal Lake, or I mean, more realistically, if you're in the woods by yourself, don't get drunk. That's not gonna end well anyway. Because either you're going to fucking get killed by some fucking killer, odds are pretty great that will happen. I believe in reality. Or more likely, you'll probably, like, trip and fall and break your face or something. I don't know. I'm tired right now, guys, so if I'm not making any sense, well, I'm not making any sense. Man, I wish I could cut, but I do these in one take, so. Anyway, the fuck, oh, right, so his logic was stupid. The other characters, I actually liked them. The wife I liked, alright. Nothing really I had to say anything more about her. She was fine. The kids, one of the kids was fine. The one that was first being tormented or whatever, I thought was likable, okay. The brother, what the fuck? I mean, talk about over the fucking top. Like, he fucking beats the shit out of his brother to the point where blood's coming out of his nose. And then he calls his mom a cunt. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? So, needless to say, he was not a likable character, and honestly, I thought he was really one-dimensional, to be honest, and not a good character. So, again, I said some of the, child actors weren't that good. He was one of them. Mostly because of the script, because he was just given nothing, but whatever. So yeah, I liked most of the actors in this film. And finally, I don't know, this is what probably drove me to the film to begin with. The look of Slender Man, or Bagul, I'll say in this one time, I actually really liked how he looked. He looked really menacing, um, with the face and it was kind of like distorted, and he got the hair and the suit and the really long fingers. He did look like Slender Man, albeit, but I thought he looked cool. And I know he was in the first one, but I never saw the first one, so this design was new to me. So yeah, I liked how he looked. He looked pretty neat. I believe they did it with practical effects, I think, which I'm all for. It looked good, so good job with that. Let me think. Oh yeah, and another positive actually, and this is something a lot of people have been complaining about, and I don't understand. Some people are saying that, you know, they're basically these ghost kids, and to corrupt another like alive kid, they show him like video reels of killings and stuff. Well, first they show like happy images, and then it does a complete 180, and they start showing them like fucked up imagery of them killing usually their family. And honestly, those sequences were actually kind of not scary, but it was disturbing, and that's what they were going for. Granted, it wasn't scary. There's a difference between disturbing and scary. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say I liked them because they were really like gruesome, and I felt really bad for the fucking family of each of those kids. But really, in terms of like, I don't know, just selling me on this whole concept of filming or something, I don't really know what they were even doing. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. And it is kind of interesting that they incorporated the found footage genre during those sequences, because I guess that's more called for than half of the found footage films, where you have some guy chasing another character and they're like videotaping it the whole time. This time I can actually see why those would be found footage and whatnot. So yeah, I actually thought the tapes were interesting and disturbing, and in a horror movie that should happen. I should find things disturbing. Um, like in the first Scream film, when, I mean, spoiler alert for a movie that came out in '96, when Drew Barrymore was found dead by her parents with her intestines hanging out, that was disturbing. Not scary. Not scary. There were scary things in Scream, but that imagery right there, especially since it was her parents that found her dead, with her guts literally spilling out, disturbing. And that's what they were going for, and they succeeded. So, and those tapes in Sinister 2 were a big part of the movie, so honestly, they did that well. They did that really well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Sinister 2. There were things I liked, obviously, like how I just said, and there were things I didn't like. If I know on Metacritic it has like a 30 out of 100 right now. I don't think it warrants that. I would see. I don't want this to become, David's rating, like official, because I really, really don't like ratings. If I were to say, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to be completely unoriginal. There's a YouTube reviewer called Jeremy Johns who uses a rating system I love. It's a movie's either dog shit, it's forgettable, it's a good time if you're drunk, it's a good time and you don't have to be drunk to enjoy it, it's worth buying on Blu-ray, or it's awesome-tacular. And I really like his rating scale. Like, seriously, after watching this video, seriously, go to Jeremy Johns' channel. He's a great, great, great reviewer. He really is. So, I guess stealing from Jeremy Johns, I really don't want to steal, but his rating scale is awesome. I would say this movie's a good time, no alcohol required. Have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Not horrible, not necessarily good. I would say it's okay. It has good things in it, and those good things made me enjoy parts of it. I mean, again, the jump scares are annoying, and the horror is non-existent. And yeah, so that's my thought. I cannot talk right now. Blech. Those are my thoughts on Sinister 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys saw it, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And yeah, so, my next video, which should be out tomorrow, is going to be about the Punisher movies. Both of them. Not the 80s one, because I never saw it. The Thomas Jane and then Ray Stevenson ones. Those are going to be my next, not reviews, but like, was it really that bad? We'll go with that. It'll be, was it really that bad, the Punisher movies. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for now. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. I'm clicking stop recording now. Shit, I missed it.